For 16 years, I have been looking forward to this day where I got to sit at this point. I'm so excited at the decades of learning that are going to come out of here.
3 seasons of the year, there are going to be people up here using this facility and teaching students. And I think that that's probably the most exciting thing for me, is that it's going to be I don't think we've even begun to understand how important this is going to be in terms of the teaching natural sciences in this part of the woods.
The field station here in the Okanagan is ideally situated for geologic field mapping and for many other disciplines to do experiential field-based learning. For the young geologists, this is an exceptional area to map rocks and solve a major tectonic puzzle.
I'm one of the original students that have actually gone through the old field camp before the new one was constructed, and the new one is incredible. And I think it's really going to change the way that the field programs here are able to run, because it allows students to spend their time back at the camp actually talking about and interpreting the rocks and the relationships they've seen while in the field.
So my mission at UBC really is to try to bridge that connection between science and society, and in particular Indigenous communities, First Nation communities, and so hopefully it'll serve a dual purpose of not only educating our own people in science pursuits, but also educating academics in how our ways of knowing are complementary to academic science.
And the students can go just for a short walk just over the hill and see a whole bunch of incredibly new, different experiences. They can see birds that they wouldn't see elsewhere. They can see plants that they wouldn't see elsewhere. They really get the chance to experience the wilderness, even though we're super close to town right here, which is pretty amazing.
In terms of my research, all of the work that I do begins in the field and incorporates field data into it. But in the classroom as well, when I'm taking students out into the field, it provides an opportunity to introduce them to sort of hands-on interaction with geologic concepts. The geologic concepts that they learn in the classroom, they get to apply in the field. And that sort of mutual reinforcement, learning the theory in the classroom and then applying it in the field, really gives really the best understanding and application of the knowledge.
I'm a visual learner, so it really helps for me to actually see the structures and the formations and the rocks that we learn about in class out in the field. Seeing them allows me to visualize everything in 3D, which really helps cement what we're learning.
Right, because obviously being out in the field, right, it's an immersive experience, and it can be transformative, and it's very integrated with different sciences. You get biology, you get geology, you get atmospheric science, you can look at weather and climate over time, right? But what people don't realize is, yes, that's happening in the field, but a big piece of that learning process is the reflection and the processing that happens after that field experience. So a facility like this, with all the space and the tools that are in that space, you create opportunities for students to really process and reflect with each other and then with instructors. So there's this community of practice piece that comes with field work that, especially with students, it's building that confidence, that self-efficacy around doing field work and getting them excited, not just about being in the field, their sense of identity in being a scientist.
I just want to say a bit of a thanks to the people who help us build this. This was all done through donations from individuals, people who actually had been through this camp when they were at university, and corporations who've hired ex-students or students who came through here.
The UBC Teck Geological Field Station will support research and experiential learning across a range of earth science disciplines for many years to come. This magnificent new facility was made possible by the generous support of a number of our alumni and friends. We are so excited about the many possibilities that await in the coming years, and I welcome all of you to join with us in advancing our outstanding science and increasingly relevant work.